Hello, I'm Mrs. Jansen, and today in our art we'll be creating a dog like artist Romero Britto. Notice that this artist uses a lot of different colors. This artist uses a lot of different lines, shapes, and colors to create patterns. When I look at this artist's work, it makes me feel happy. Our vocabulary word today is pattern. Repeated are elements such as lines, shapes, and colors. Now it's time for us to draw our dog together. You're going to see my screen change so that we can draw. Please have your paper, pencil, and crayons ready. We're going to start with paper and pencil and save the crayons for later. When we start our art, we have to know what direction our artwork is going to be in. Today, we're going to work in what is called portrait style, the direction that is vertical or the tall way. So place your paper portrait style and let's look at the top of our paper together. I'd like you to place 3 fingers at the top of your paper. We're going to call this 3 finger spaces because our first line is going to be 3 finger spaces down. Let's draw a straight horizontal line together. Now I want to remind you that we all draw in our own way and we all have our own art fingerprint. So even though we just drew one straight horizontal line, everybody's looks a little different, and that's one of the best things about art. Let's go to the end of this horizontal line and add a straight vertical line. And let's go to the beginning of that horizontal line and add another straight vertical line. When I look at what we've drawn, it reminds me a lot of a square, but I know a square has 4 sides and what we've drawn just has 3. One side is missing or open. We're going to add to this open side to create the bottom of the dog's head. Place your pencil at the bottom of this straight vertical line and add a curved line like a smile that goes to the middle of that opening. Next, place your pencil at the bottom of the straight vertical line on the left and add another curved line like a smile that goes to the middle of that opening and meets the first curved line you drew. Underneath the head, we're going to add a curved line that might remind you of the letter U for the dog's tongue. And inside this tongue, we're going to add a straight vertical line that doesn't go all the way down. Now we're going to add eyes and a nose to the face. And you can decide what shape you'd like to use for the eyes. I'm going to use an oval. Next, we're going to add the nose. Let's start with a straight horizontal line. And at the end of this straight horizontal line, let's make a curved line that might remind you of the letter U, an uppercase U. And let's go to the beginning of that straight horizontal line and add another U. And now we've got the nose drawn. Let's add ears. We're going to go to the top right corner of the square and add a curved line like a rainbow. Let's keep your pencil down and we're going to turn this into a straight vertical line. And then we're going to go past the dog's head and add a curved line like a smile that goes to the dog's head. Let's draw the ear on the other side. Let's place your pencil at the top left corner of that square and add a curved line like a rainbow. Keep your pencil down. Let's turn it into a straight vertical line. Let's go a little bit past the head, and when we are, let's add a curved line like a smile that goes to the dog's head again. So now we've got the head of our dog drawn. We're going to work on the legs. We're going to start underneath the tongue, and I'm going to shift the paper so that you can see the bottom, and you're only going to see the area that we're drawing. So place your pencil at the tongue of the dog and add a straight vertical line that does not go down to the bottom of the paper. Let's place 2 fingers to the right of that straight vertical line, and the next line that we draw is going to be about 2 finger spaces away from this first vertical line we drew. So it's going to start about here on the dog's head, and as we draw, we're going to stop so that this vertical line is shorter than the first vertical line we drew. Let's go to this side. We're on the left side of that center vertical line. We're going to place our 2 fingers so we know where the line starts. It's about the center of this side of the head, and we're going to add a straight vertical line that stops at about the same place the other shorter vertical line stops. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the center line. Let's add a curved line like a smile. Keep our pencil down and turn this into a curve like a rainbow. And we've just drawn the right front paw. Let's go to the bottom of that vertical line again, in the middle. Let's add a curved line like a smile. Keep our pencil down and change it to a curved line like a rainbow. And we've got the second front paw drawn. Now I'm going to ask you to rest your pencil. And I'd like you to place your right pointer finger gently on the top of your ear. If you follow along the top edge of your ear, you're going to notice that it's a curved line like a rainbow. And if you continue to follow that curved line, notice how it changes to a diagonal line that goes close to your head. We're going to think about that as we draw the back leg of the dog. So we just touched our right ear, and we're going to draw on the right of the dog. Let's look at the right ear of the dog, and about here we're going to add a curved line like a rainbow. Now we're going to keep our pencil down, and we're going to be thinking about our ear, how it turned into a diagonal line that went close to our head. This diagonal line is going to go close to the dog's paw. Let's take a look at the curved line we drew. It might remind you a lot of that curved line we felt as we followed the line on our ear. Let's go to the left side. I'm going to ask you to rest your pencil, and this time we're going to use our pointer finger on our left, and we're going to place it gently at the top of our left ear. Let's follow that curved line. Notice that it's a rainbow, and it turns into that diagonal line again and goes close to our head. Now we're going to draw the left back leg of the dog, and I'd like to start at about the same place I started on the right. So I'm going to place my finger on the right, and I'm going to follow with my finger across the head of the dog. And this shows me about where I want to start on the left-hand side. So I'm going to place my pencil here, and I'm going to start with that curved line like a rainbow. I'm going to keep my pencil down, and then I'm going to change to that diagonal line that goes close to the paw on the left side. Now I'm going to go back to the right paw, and I'm going to add a curved line like a smile. And I'm going to keep my pencil down. I'm going to change this to a curved line like a rainbow and meet the curved line for the back of the right leg. Now I'm going to go to the front left paw. I'm going to place my pencil down, add a curved line like a smile, keep my pencil down, and turn it into a curved line like a rainbow. And now I've drawn the back paw on the left. We've got our dog drawn, but our dog needs a tail. So when you decide on the tail that you're going to draw, the first thing you need to think about is what side of your dog would you like the tail to be? And you can draw the tail in any shape as long as you can color it in. When I look at my artwork, I think I'd like to add the tail on the right. I'm going to place my pencil at the top of the back leg, and I'm going to add a curved line that might remind you of a stretched out letter C. And then at the top of that curved line, I'm going to add a curved line that goes down and back to the body of the dog. So now we've got this dog drawn, but we need to make it look like it's sitting on the floor or the ground. So to do that, we're going to return to this paw, and we're going to add a straight horizontal line that goes off the page. And I want to have the same type of line in about the same place on the other side. So I'm going to place my finger where that line started, and I'm going to follow along that line across the dog and place my pencil down on the other side and draw another straight horizontal line. So now I want to talk more about the paws on the dog. And let's think about our own hands. Notice that our fingers can separate. Well, a dog has on its paws toes that we're going to call them that separate. So where those toes separate, we're going to add curved lines. So let's go to the right, and we're going to add a curved line that might remind you of a stretched out backward C. We're going to add 2 on each paw on the right. And now we're going to go to the left side, and we're going to add a curved line like a stretched out letter C, forward facing. Now that you've got your dog all drawn, we're ready to think about color. So you can rest your pencil. You're going to see my screen change again, and we're going to talk more about color. Use crayon to add your favorite colors to your dog. So notice all the colors that I used. If you'd like to have more than one color in an area, you can add a horizontal line to create more than one area of color. For example, look at the ears in this example. I decided I wanted to have 2 different colors on the ears, so I added a horizontal line. I also decided that I wanted the left back leg to have 2 different colors. You can add as many sections as you would like in your artwork. The next thing you're going to do is color the different areas with your choice of crayon color. After you finish coloring the dog using different colors, you will color the ground or the floor underneath the dog. You'll also color the background, that area around the dog. So the background is the area above the dog, on the right and the left side of the dog, and even underneath the dog's tail. After you've added all the colors to the floor or ground, the background, and the dog, it's time to think about patterns. Remember, you're going to use different lines, shapes, and possibly colors to create your patterns. In this example, you're going to notice that I used one color. I chose to use black because I thought it made the colors I use stand out. You do not have to use black. You can use any color or colors that you would like. This is your artwork. The first thing I did is use the black crayon in a little heavier pressure to trace all the pencil lines that I had drawn for the dog. I hope you have a lot of fun creating your own patterns. I know you've got great ideas. It was great to make art with you today, and I look forward to making art with you again.